Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to go over this paper right here from Save My Exams, number difficulty medium, question paper 4. So let's just get started. Question 1, part A. In 2008, the total number of tickets sold for an athletics meeting was 3,136. The ratio child tickets sold to adult tickets sold is 17:32. Roman 1. How many child tickets were sold? Step 1 is to add 17 and 32. The reason we add 17 and 32 is because the total gives us the denominator. What I mean by that is the total expresses what 3,136 is in a fraction. So 17 plus 32 is 49. So the number of child tickets sold over 49 is 17. So we're going to take 17 over 49 multiplied by 3,136. This results in 1,188, and that's the number of child tickets sold. So let's move to Roman 2. Child tickets cost $2 each and adult tickets cost $4.50 each. Show that the total amount received from the sale of tickets in 2008 was $11,392. So what we want to do first is calculate the revenue received from children tickets sold and a revenue received from adult tickets sold. So basically the revenue received from children tickets is the value per ticket, which is $2, multiplied by number of tickets sold, which is 1,088. So 2 times 1,088 is $2,176. This is the revenue received from children. So how do we do it for adults? So remember, 3,136 is the total number of tickets sold, and if part of it is 1,088 and that's children tickets, and remember children tickets plus adult tickets is total tickets. So basically 1,088, which is children tickets, plus adult tickets, which we don't know, let's call it X. So 1,088 plus X is equal to 3,136. So how do we calculate X? We have 3,136 on one side, and we kind of move 1,088 to the same side as 3,136 so that we can isolate X, and that way we get 2,048 as the number of adult tickets sold. Or what you could do is you could take 32 over 49 and multiply it by 3,136. It's up to you. So I used the difference method and I got 2,048. So what I did was I took the price per ticket multiplied by total number of tickets sold, and that is 4.5 multiplied by 2,048. And the revenue received from adult tickets sold is $9,216. Now they want you to calculate the total revenue. So I just take children the children revenue plus adult revenue. So 2,176 plus 9,216, and I get 11,392. Mind you that if the answer is not 11,392 and some other answer, then you have got the question wrong, because within the question it specifically states that you should show that the total is this. If your total is not equal to this, please recheck your calculations. Part B. In 2009, the amount received from the sale of tickets for the athletics meeting was $12,748. Calculate the percentage increase in the amount received from 2008 to 2009. So basically what we're going to do is you're going to use the formula new revenue minus old revenue over old revenue multiplied by 100. So 12,748 minus 11,392 over 11,392 times 100. So let's solve the numerator part, and that is 1,356 over 11,392 times 100. Solving this in your calculator gives us 11.9%, three significant figures. So that's the percentage increase in the amount received from 2008 to 2009. So part C. In 2008, the amount of 11,392 was 28% more than the amount received in 2007. Calculate how much was received in 2007. So what we want to do is we have to first get our information straight. So this amount is 28% more than the original amount. So this is 28% plus 100%. So this is 128% of the actual amount. So if 128% of the amount is equal to 11,392, what is 100% equal to? Cross multiply, and we should get 100 times 11,392 over 128, and we should get that the amount received in 2007 was $8,900. Let's go to question 2, part A. Hansi and Megan go on a holiday. The costs of their holiday are in the ratio Hansi to Megan, which is 7:4. Hansi's holiday costs $756. Find the cost of Megan's holiday. So the first thing we want to do in such a question is find the total of both their holidays. So how do we do that? So we're going to take the ratio 7 and 4. We're going to add them together. So 7 plus 4. So this is the fraction in which the total can be represented as. So Hansi's is 7 over 11 of the total. So 7 over 11 multiplied by x, basically total cost of holidays, is 756. So we're going to isolate x, so multiplied by 11 over 7 both sides to remove the fraction. And that gives us total cost x is $1,188. So that's the total cost of both their holidays combined. So now what we need to do is either take 4 over 11 multiplied by 1,188 as I did, and you should get an answer of 432, or you can take 1,188 subtract Hansi's cost, which is 756, and you should also end up with $432. Part B, in 2008, Hansi earned $7,800. Roman 1. He earned 15% more in 2009. Calculate how much he earned in 2009. So if 100%, meaning the actual amount, is $7,800, what's an extra 15% added to the amount will be? So basically 100 plus 15% is what? So we're going to cross multiply. So 115 multiplied by 7,800 over 100. Basically the amount he earned in 2009 is $8,970. Roman 2. In 2010 he earns 10% more than in 2009. Calculate the percentage increase in his earnings from 2008 to 2010. So this is a bit of a complicated question. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to take the amount he earned in 2009 and increase 10%. The reason we don't take the amount from 2008 is because the amounts we receive are different, so the calculated amount will be different. So if you use the 2008 amount and if we increase it by 15 plus 10%, which is 25%, we will get a different answer. So we need to go year by year wise. So we know that the 100% of the amount is 8,970 because that's of the previous year. So if 110%, meaning 100% plus an extra 10%, we need to find what it equals to. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. So 110 multiplied by 8,970 over 100 is $9,867. This is the increased amount over the course of 1 year. But now what we want to do is we want to find the percentage increase over the course of 2 years. So now we're just going to use the same old formula. New income minus old income over old income multiplied by 100. So the new income is 9,867, the old income is 7,800, which you take from here. 9,867 minus 7,800 over 7,800 times 100. So that's just 2,067 over 7,800 multiplied by 100, and the increase is 26.5%. Part C. Megan earned $9,720 in 2009. This was 20% more than she earned in 2008. How much did she earn in 2008? So what we want to know, so basically we're going to again keep our data clear. So 100% plus 20%, 120% is $9,720. So what's 100%? So we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to take 100 times 9,720 over 120. And the amount she earned in 2008 is $8,100. Part D. Hansi invested $500 at the rate of 4% per year compound interest. Calculate the final amount he had after 3 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to list down the compound interest formula. This is basically the heart of the question. If you get this formula wrong, we kind of mess up the whole question. So the formula for compound interest is principal, P open bracket 1 plus R over 100 close bracket power time. So principal is 500 open bracket 1 plus rate is 4, so 4 over 100 close bracket cubit, because the amount of time is 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve what's in the bracket first. So 1 plus 4 over 100 is 1.04. So 500 multiplied by 1.04 power 3. So that means 1.04 times 1.04 times 1.04. So put this in your calculator and you should get $562.43 as the final amount he had after 3 years. Okay, question 3. Thomas, Ursula, and Vanessa share $200 in the ratio 3:2:5. Show that Thomas receives $60 and Ursula receives $40. So again, we're going to add all the ratios. So 3 plus 2 plus 5 is 10. And then we're just going to take the value for Thomas, which is 3. So 3 over 10 multiplied by 200. 3 over 10 multiplied by 200 is basically $60. We have shown that Thomas receives that. And we're going to have to do the same for Ursula, except we're going to use the value of Ursula. So Ursula's value is basically 2 over 10 multiplied by 200. So 2 over 10 multiplied by 200 is $40. That's exactly what the question says the answer should be, so we're clear on that question. Part B, Thomas buys a book for $21. What percentage of his $60 does Thomas have left? So because they want to know the percentage that he has left, it's basically represented by remaining money over total money, because they want to know what is left. What is left is basically what is remaining. So remaining money over total money multiplied by 100. So remaining money is basically subtract whatever you spent. So 60 minus 21 over 60 times 100. 60 minus 21 is 39, so just take 39 over 60 times 100, and we should get the percentage that he has left is 65%. So part C, Ursula buys a computer game for $36.80 in a sale. The sale price is 20% less than the original price. Calculate the original price of the computer game. So this is 20% less than the actual price. So basically it's 100 minus 20%. So this is actually 80% of the actual price. So if 80% of the actual price is equal to $36.80, so what is 100% actually equal to? Cross multiply 100 times 36.80 over 80, and we should get that the original price of the computer game is $46. Part B, Vanessa buys some books and some pencils. Each book costs $12 more than each pencil. The total cost of 5 books and 2 pencils is $64.20. Find the cost of 1 pencil. So simple, we're going to assign 2 variables, lowercase b for book and lowercase p for pencil. Now this is some sort of a simultaneous equation because we're given 2 pieces of information. So and this is an equation to the degree of 1. So the first piece of information says that a book, so B, is equal to a pencils plus 12. So because this is $12 more than each pencil, so 12 plus P. So B equals to 12 plus P. That's equation 1. Equation 2 says that 5 books and 2 pencils is equal to $64.20. So 5B plus 2P is equal to 64.20. These are 2 equations. Now we can see that already we have we can solve this by substitution because we already have a formula ready here. So we are just going to use this by we're going to solve this by substitution. So we're going to take equation 1 and substitute it into equation 2. So wherever we see B in equation 2, we're going to put open bracket, multiply the whole thing by 12 plus P. So we can see that it's 5B. So instead of putting B, we're going to put open bracket 12 plus P plus 2P is equal to 64.20. So open the brackets now. So 5 times 12 is 60. 5 times P is 5P. So 60 plus 5P plus 2P is equal to 64.20. Collect like terms. 7P is equal to 64.20 minus 60. So and 7P is basically equal to 4.20. Divide both sides by 7 because we want to isolate P. And we'll get that the value of 1 pencil is 60 cents. You could also solve this through elimination, but that would involve a lot of different variables. You'd have to change some variables. You'd have to do a lot of math basically. This is the simplest way out and guarantees you free 3 marks. Okay, so question 4. Alberto and Maria share $240 in the ratio 3 to 5. Part A, show that Alberto receives $90 and Maria receives $150. So again, we're just going to add the ratios together. So we're going to take 3 plus 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8. So $240 can be expressed as a fraction of 8. So they want us to show that Alberto receives $90 and Maria receives $150. So Alberto receives 3 over 8. So we're going to take 3 over 8 multiplied by 240, and that's equal to 90 basically. And we've shown that Alberto receives 90. We're going to do the same thing for Maria. We're going to take 5 over 8 multiplied by 240, and again we're going to get 5 times 30 and we get $150 for Maria. We've shown that they're equal, and so that's the kind of the That's the answer basically. If you get anything other than 90 and 150, you should probably recheck your calculation, because you shouldn't be getting any other answer, because the question clearly states that your answer should be 90 for Alberto and 150 for Maria. Let's move. Part B, Roman 1. Alberto invests his $90 for 2 years at R% per year simple interest. Calculate the value, at the end of 2 years the amount of money as $99. Calculate the value of R. So we're going to write down the simple interest formula. So interest is equal to PRT over 100. Now remember, this he received the total amount as $99. Now remember, in a simple interest formula, we don't get $99 as the output, we just get the amount of interest received. So how do you calculate interest received? Interest received is basically final amount subtract principal amount. So 99 minus 90. So 99 minus 90 is 9. Then we're going to just substitute P for principal, R for rate, and 2 for time. And we're going to leave R as R because we're trying to find that. So this basically means that 9 is equal to 9 times 2 times R, 18R over 10. Basically it was 180R over 100, but simplified becomes 18R over 10. Cross multiply, 90 is equal to 18R. So divide both sides by 18 to isolate R, and we get that the rate was 5%. Roman 2. The $99 is 60% of the cost of a holiday. Calculate the cost of the holiday. So this is 60% of the cost of a holiday. This is very direct. So 60 over 100 multiplied by the cost of the holiday, X in this case, is equal to 99. Now we're just going to multiply by 100 over 60 both sides, and we should get that X is, or the cost of the holiday, is $165. Okay. Part C. Maria invests $150 for 2 years at 4% per year compound interest. Calculate the exact amount Maria has at the end of 2 years. So we're going to just write the compound interest formula. We're going to substitute the values in it, solve what's in the bracket, and square it and multiply it by 150. So basically 150 times 1.04 squared, and we get that the final amount Maria had at the end of 2 years, the exact amount, is $162.24. Part D. Maria continues to invest her money at 4% per year compound interest, and after 20 years she has $328.67. Calculate exactly how much more this is than $150 invested for 20 years at 4% per year simple interest. So what we want to do is we want to find the amount she receives if she would have used simple interest. We're going to just put the simple interest formula, and then calculating that we get 120. Basically 150 times 4 times 20 over 100 is 120. And then remember, this is just the interest she receives. Now how much more is this of an investment? So how do you get total investment using the simple interest formula? You just add the principal amount. So 120 plus 150 is $270. This is the total she would have had she invested through simple interest. Now they want us to find the difference had she gone for this. So we're going to take the amount she got here, so 328.67, subtract 270, and the difference is $58.67. Now calculate $328.67 as a percentage of $150. Quite simple. We just take 328.67 over 150 times 100, because it's literally said as the percentage of. As the percentage of basically means over, and multiply by 100. So that is equal to 219%. Question 5. Daniela is 8 years old and Edward is 12 years old. Part A. Their parents give them some money in the ratio of their ages. Roman 1. Write the ratio Daniela's age to Edward's age in its simplest form. So basically Daniela's age is 8 and Edward's age is 12. So we're just going to go 8 ratio 12. Remember, 8 ratio 12 is also 8 over 12 as a fraction. So we're just going to write it down as a fraction, simplify the fraction. So both sides are divisible by 4, so cut. So 8 divided by 4, 2, 12 divided by 4, 3. So this in its simplest form is 2 ratio 3. Roman 2. Daniela receives $30. Show that Edward receives $45. So using this simplest ratio, we're just going to take 2 plus 3, we get 5. So and then we're going to see, what we're trying to find is the total amount they both had. So we're going to take 2 over 5 multiplied by an unknown amount, and that should equal 30 because 2 over 5 is Daniela's share. So multiplied both sides by 5 over 2 and we get that X is equal to $75. This is the total amount their parents had given them. So now what we want to do is we want to find Edward's share. There's two ways we can go about this. We can either say $30 plus Edward's share should equal 75, and that basically means Edward's share is 75 minus 30, or we could do what I did and take 3 over 5 multiplied by 75 and we should get $45. Any answer other than $45 means you have some error in your calculation. Just go recheck that. Roman 3. What percentage of the total amount of money given by their parents does Edward receive? So we want to find this as a percentage. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to take Edward's share, which is in according to the ratio 3 over 5, and multiply it by 100. We should get 60%, or we can use the classic approach and take the money. So basically Edward received 45 over the total amount of money, 75. So 45 over 75 times 100, simplified again to 3 over 5, and that is 60%. So that's the percentage of the total amount Edward receives from his parents. Part B. Daniela invests her $30 at 3% per year compound interest. Calculate the amount Daniela has after 2 years. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So we're just going to have to use the compound interest formula, substitute the correct values into its correct places. So wherever you see P, put the principal value. Wherever you see R, you put the rate value. And wherever you see time or T, put the time value. So we're just going to solve what's in the brackets here. So 1 plus 3 over 100 is 1.03 squared. So 1.03 squared multiplied by 30 should give us $31.83. This is the amount Daniela will have after 2 years. Now, Edward also invests $30. However, he invests this money at a rate of R% per year, simple interest. After 5 years, he has a total amount of $32.25. The amount is represented by, basically you can use this formula right here. Amount is equal to PRT over 100 plus P. The reason I add P is because the simple interest formula just calculates the amount of interest we shall receive, but adding principal to it basically gives you the total value of investment. So the amount in this case is 32.25. That is equal to 30 multiplied by R, the rate which we're trying to find, multiplied by 5 over 100 plus the principal, 30. We're going to drag this 30 onto the other side. So 32.25 minus 30 is equal to, and we're going to multiply this. So 30 times 5 times R, 150 R over 100. And that is equal to 2.25 is equal to 15 over 10 R. Simplify that. 2.25 is equal to 3 over 2 R. Cross multiply, and we should get that 3R is equal to 4.5. We're going to try and isolate R, divide by 3 both sides, and we should get R is 1.5%. So let's go through this again. We should use this equation. A is equal to PRT over 100 plus P, because if we do not add the P, we're basically not accounting for the total investment. And you can see that the question clearly says total amount and does not specify the amount of interest. So 32.25 is equal to this thing over here, 30 times R times 5 over 100 plus the principal amount 30. We're collecting like terms. So 32.25 minus 30 is equal to 30 times 5, 150, 150 times R, 150 R over 100. Subtract this, you should get 2.25, and that is equal to 15 over 10 R, because you kind of simplify that, and that 15 over 10 is further simplified to 3 over 2 R. So 2.25 is equal to 3 over 2 R. We want to cross multiply that. So 3 over 2 cross multiply with 2.25 is basically 3 times 1. So 3R is equal to 2.25 times 2, 4.5. So 3R equals to 4.5. We're going to try and isolate R, divide both sides by 3, and 4.5 over 3 is 1.5, and that's the value of R. So R is 1.5%. Question 6. Marcus receives $800 from his grandmother. He decides to spend $150 and to divide the remaining $650 in the ratio savings to holiday 9:4. So calculate the amount of his savings. So basically we want to first add the two ratios, so 9 plus 4. So $650 can be expressed as a fraction of 13. His savings is 9 over 13 of this amount. So 9 over 13 multiplied by 650. Simplify that. So cut that 1, that becomes 50, 9 times 50. So the amount of savings is $450. Part B, Roman 1. He uses 80% of the $150 to buy some clothes. So they generally ask us to calculate the cost of the clothes here, and this is a very direct question, so we're just going to take 80 over 100 multiplied by 150, simplify the 0, so 0, 0, 0, 0 cut, so it's basically 8 times 15, and the final amount is $120. That's the cost of the clothes. Roman 2. The money remaining from the $150 is 37.5% of the cost of a day trip to Cairo. Calculate the cost of the trip. So what is remaining in the first place? So $150 minus $120, because what's remaining from the $150 is 30 because we spent 120. So now this $30 is 37.5% of the day trip to Cairo. So 37.5 over 100 multiplied by a certain amount, the day trip to Cairo, is 30. So now we're just going to reciprocate the fraction and multiply it by both sides. So we're going to multiply both sides by 100 over 37.5 so as to isolate x, and we should get that the cost of a day trip to Cairo, or x, is $80. Part C, Roman 1. Marcus invests $400 of his savings for 2 years at 5% per year compound interest. So we're asked to calculate the amount he has at the end of 2 years. We're just going to use the compound interest formula, substitute the values, solve what's in the bracket first, power it by the time, multiplied by the principal value, and we should end up with the final value of $441. That's the amount he has at the end of 2 years. Roman 2. Marcus's sister also invests $400 at R% per year simple interest. At the end of 2 years, she has exactly the same amount as Marcus. Calculate the value of R. So we're just going to try and calculate the value of R here, and considering the fact that this is simple interest, you have to point out that simple interest formula again does not factor in the principal amount. It just shows you the amount of interest you receive, not the total value of investment. And what we're given here is the value of investment. We're told that she receives the exact same amount, so 441. So that's the value of investment and not the amount of interest. So we're just going to have to add principal to rectify this. So the amount basically received is 441 in the bank account. This is equal to 400 times R, the rate, times 2 over 100 plus 400, the principal amount. Collect like terms. So 441 minus 400 is equal to 8R. 8R is results from 400 times R times 2, which is 800R over 100. And 800 divided by 100 is 8, so 8R. So 8R is equal to 41. Divide both sides by 8 and we should get that R is 41 divided by 8, which is 5.125%. That's the value of R. The seventh and final question. Beatrice has an income of $40,000 in 1 year. Part A. She pays no tax on the first $10,000 of her income, 10% of tax on the next $10,000 of her income, and 25% on the rest of her income. Calculate the total amount of tax Beatrice pays. So basically, you can break this down. So the first $10,000 is out of the picture. So basically, she pays tax on $30,000 of her pay, of which $10,000 is subjected to 10% tax. So basically, we're going to take 10% times 10,000, that on the side. We're going to add the remaining tax value. Basically 25% tax on the rest of her income. The rest of her income is basically $20,000 because 10,000 plus 10,000 is 20,000, 40,000 minus 20,000 is 20,000. So whatever is remaining is 20,000, and we're going to add 25%. We're going to have to take 25% multiplied by that 20,000 because that's the rest of her income. We're going to have to add these two values. So 10% of 10,000 plus 25% of 20,000, and the total amount of tax Beatrice pays is $6,000. Quite straightforward. Roman 2, the total amount of tax as a percentage of the $40,000. So the total amount of tax as a percentage is basically, we're going to have to take how much she paid for tax, 6,000. What's the total amount? 40,000. So 6,000 over 40,000 times 100. Put that in your calculator and you should get that the total amount of tax as a percentage of the full amount is 15%. Part B. Beatrice pays a yearly rent of $10,800. After she paid her tax, rent, and bills, she has $12,000. Calculate how much Beatrice spends on bills. So we know how much she spends on tax, 6,000. So basically we're going to have to less this all. So 40,000 minus 10,800 on rent, subtract 6,000 on tax, subtract X, the bills. At the end of the day, it remains 12,000. So 40,000 minus 10,800 minus 6,000 is 23,200. So 23,200 minus X is 12,000. We're going to collect like terms. So bring 23,200 to the other side. We should get that negative X is equal to negative 11,200. We cannot have negative X, so we divide both sides by negative 1. And as such, X becomes positive, and it's now equal to 11,200. The bills are equal to 11,200, and the bills are X basically. So part C, Beatrice divides the $12,000 between shopping and saving in the ratio 5:3. Calculate how much Beatrice spends on shopping in 1 year. So she has this much for shopping and saving. So we're just going to take the ratio value for shopping, and we're going to take that over 8, which is the total of the two ratios, 5 plus 3, 8. So 5 over 8 is a fraction of shopping, is a fraction of 12,000 that is spent on shopping. We're just going to take 5 over 8 multiplied by 12,000, and we should get $7,500. That's the amount Beatrice spends on shopping. Now, what fraction of the original 40,000 does Beatrice save? Give your answer in its lowest terms. There's two ways of going about this. We could take 3 over 8 multiplied by 12,000, or we could just take 12,000 minus 7,500, and we could divide that over 40,000 and let's kind of simplify this fraction. So 12,000 minus 7,500 is 4,500. That's the amount she saves basically per year. You can also calculate that through using the ratios, but you'll get a bit messy considering it's 1 mark and you do not need to go through so much effort. So we're going to just have to simplify this fraction. Just put it in your calculator. Take 4,500 over 40,000, and your calculator should simplify it to 9 over 80. That's the fraction in its lowest terms. So part D, the rent of $10,800 is an increase of 25% on our previous rent. Calculate our previous rent. So this is basically 100 plus 25%. So 125% of the rent is 10,800. So what's 100% of the rent? So we're just going to cross multiply. So 100 times 10,800 over 125, and we should get $8,640 as our previous rent. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. It really does help, and it's completely free. See you guys next time with another episode.